Hello, everybody. I thought I would make some gold-related content. It's been a little while. I've been gardening a little bit. I've been trying to heal up. I tore the muscle in my shoulder again, and I have some days where it feels like I can do stuff, and then I have days like today where I want to cut my whole arm off just to get away from the BS pain. I gotta change chairs here because that is the squeaky chair. There we go, much better. So I've been waiting for a couple other packages. One for sure is coming out of Canada, and I don't know how long it's going to take to get here. I kind of hoped it would have been here by now, but it's not. So I don't know if you guys saw the beginning of the month or the end of last month, however you want to look at it. I won the bonus on Flower Gold Wizard's monthly Patreon giveaway. And there was a Guess the Nugget contest, and I actually guessed exact. I didn't get my guess in as fast as everybody else because I spent several days looking up big flat nuggets on eBay and on the internet, trying to find a similar nugget that told me what its size was so that I could have a more accurate guess. And then I guessed a little bit lower just so I wouldn't go over. And it was April, so I almost guessed 420. And I just didn't want to be that guy. I'd already typed the 4 and the 2. And I put a 9, I think it was a 9.429 after it, just to not be the 420 guessing guy. And I don't have anything against the 420. I just think it's played out. But so if you're not familiar with how it works, there's 5 tiers if you support the Flower Gold Wizard on Patreon. And each tier represents a different monthly commitment, dollar-wise. And I am on the 3rd tier. And someday I think I'm going to actually move up a little bit, because if you guys haven't ever dealt with Jason, he is literally one of the most generous people. I've said this over and over and over. I can't stress it enough. So, with my guess being exactly right, I got the bonus. There was another person that had guessed exactly right, and you have to guess as close as you can without going over. And so, because someone else had hit it dead on already, I just got thrown in for the bonus for getting it dead on, but later. And this is what the bonus prize was. A bag of Rigby PAYDIRT, which according to Dylan Miller was kind of complicated to pan out. And then a black poison. And I've done a black poison in the past. And I don't know if you guys have ever done one of Jason's black poisons. But there is a lot, and I mean a lot, of black sand in there. When I did mine, I just made my homemade Miller table, and I did it on there. I actually made the Miller table because I was still so new to panning, and I was scared of this bag of PAYDIRT losing any of the gold. And so this was one of the things I tested my Miller table with, and it worked great. And then this looks just like a regular old home team bag. Now he doesn't list how much gold's in here. I know that when I did my last bag of black poison, I found that little picker nugget. And if you have ever watched my intro, and it's going to be in the intro to this video, where it says picker found, and it shows my finger, it came out of a bag of Flower Gold Wizard's black poison. So, and then he sent me Gruber Ned Jardine. Hope I'm saying that right. Gold Hunter. I got a Ned Jardine sticker from my wall. I got a almost world famous Rigby sticker. And a black poison sticker. And another home team sticker. So, which is cool because I had a bunch of these Flower Gold Wizard stickers, and I put some on my sluice and a few here, there, and everywhere. My grandson's got some stuck up in his bedroom, and I believe I'm fresh out of these stickers, so it's nice to have a couple of fresh ones. Haven't totally decided what I'm going to do with the pay dirt yet. If I'm going to save it, or if I'm going to I've been thinking about doing some duck races, to be honest. And I've been trying to think, since I don't have my own pay dirt yet, and I have considered, I've got enough gold now, I could make a pay dirt bag. But I'd like to do some duck races, raise a little bit of money for the channel. I'd like to order some stickers. I had AI draw up a guy for me, which, oh, it's made an appearance a couple times here and there if you've caught it. So I was going to make a sticker. I think, I don't know, that doesn't look like it's AI. But anyhow, you see a lot of these guys with the little AI character or avatar that they've generated. And I worked a couple, 4 or 5 tries with AI before I got one that I liked, that I thought looked like me. I'm wanting to put it on a sticker, so I figure the best way to do that is to have a couple of duck races, and I do believe I'm going to be doing one of these bags as one of the duck race prizes. I believe I'm going to do a copper and Uperlite ring as one of the prizes. And then I haven't quite decided on the rest of it. I'll figure it out as I go. I looked into the duck racing thing a while back. If you're not familiar with the duck races, the channels that do the duck races, it's usually 1 duck for $5, 5 ducks for $20, or 7 ducks for $25. And they're put into one of those digital racing apps, and so if you buy 5 ducks, you get 5 different ducks with your name on it, and then they run a little race. And if your duck wins the race, and the races are done by time, however long you set the timer for, if your duck wins the race, you win whatever prize was denoted to be for that race. So I myself, I've done pretty well with duck races. I try to get in them whenever I can, the few different channels that have them. And usually I do the 5 for $20. That's the best bang for your buck. Every once in a while, my Cash App didn't have very much money in it the one time, so I bought a $5 duck, and I won. I forget what I won from that. That could be mail I'm still waiting to receive, I guess. And then there was another time, I think it was actually the very next day I won a duck race with one $5 duck. So I had back-to-back $5 wins. And then I know that Benzo's channel, I had won that almost half-gram nugget picker. He sent it to me in a nice little case packed in some kinetic sand. Really displays well. It's fun to show people. Like, there's a $50, $60 piece of gold right there. So duck races can be fun for everybody involved, and it's a great way for me to generate a little bit of revenue for the channel, so I can buy some stickers, maybe buy some pay dirts, throw a little gas in the tank, and get back out to the creek and make some more gold, make some more pay dirt bags to do some more duck races, and yada yada yada. And I know some people have mentioned the Patreon thing. I don't think that I'm at the level yet. I still feel like I'm too new to the game to be trying to start the Patreon and then not knowing if I have enough time, because you've got to really, there's things that Patreon requires that you do. And if I have a month where I just don't feel like YouTubing, like this month I've made some garden footage, but I haven't been able to get out and make my main content. I just think I might struggle. So until I'm ahead on content and comfortable, I'm not going to try to start a Patreon or anything like that, because I want to make sure that when I do something like that, that I'm doing it to the best of my abilities. So now, since we're having a neat little talk about my kick-ass Patreon win, we're going to open this other box here. And so this was a follow-up prize to my Patreon win. And I'm going to explain why. I wasn't sure how I was going to handle this, if I was even going to bring it up. But Jason told me to. And a mistake was made. A mistake was made on Flower Gold Wizard's End. And folks, I 100% understand how the mistake happened. This guess the weight, guess the garnet, guess the this, that, pick the best comment. This deal that Patreon is making these guys do now, where Jason had this foolproof thing with balls. If you had your name on a tier, you got your name on a ball. If your ball got picked, then the different tier levels. If you're tier 1 gets 1 ball in the bucket. Tier 3 gets 3 balls. Tier 5 gets 5 balls. So if you're the winner at tier 5, there's 5 of your balls in the main bucket to see who wins the best prize. It's flawless, it's foolproof, it's fair, and Patreon says, nah, we don't like that. They said, we want something that's more equal to everybody. And so now, Jason's doing these guess the nuggets, guess the garnets, guess how big his shoes are, I don't know what else, guess how much water's in the creek. And so then, he's got to look at every comment as they come in. And I don't know if you've ever tried to track comments between YouTube, but a lot of times they only show you top comments. So it's a real pain in the butt. And then on the Patreon side, you've got to follow all those. Then you've got to see who left the comment first. And in the case of last month, in him keeping track of everything, and then to add even more confusion, it was a guy named Carl that won tier 2. He guessed the exact weight, 429. And then 4 or 5 days later, me, Carl, pops in with a guess of 429. What a crazy coincidence that 2 Carls guessed the same. I don't know the other Carl, we're not in cahoots. And he wouldn't have known he had the right guess anyway. Jason doesn't share till it's over. And but Jason thought that I was on tier 2, I think. And so when Carl on tier 2 guessed exact, and then Carl on tier 3 guessed exact, he let the guy that guessed closest but not exact on tier 3 win the tier 3 prize. Which then, if you go on further in with the buckets, the tier 3 guy actually won his second place prize, which it was a pretty nice prize. If you guys want to go back and watch the videos, feel free. I don't even remember exactly what it was. And I honestly only caught this because my grandson was watching, and he said, well, what did you win? And I said, well, we got to watch the other video because I don't remember what I won. And I went back in to look, and then these were in the bonus pile. And I was like, that's what I won. And then Jason had mentioned that I was late. And I wasn't late as far as, like, you've got all month to make your guess. He wasn't like, you have to have your guess in by Wednesday at 10 o'clock, and I put my guess in Friday. I was just later than everybody else that guessed. And there was a reason for that. I was spending my free time looking up nuggets on eBay and Etsy and wherever else you can buy gold nuggets. And so in all of this, there was confusion. And then when I realized there was confusion, I tried to reach out to Jason, and I was responding to the Patreon dead end email. It looks like I'm responding to Jason at Gmail, but that was actually popcorn.patreon.gmail.zillow.net. I don't know, but he wasn't getting them. So like 4 or 5 days later, I said, hey man, did you see the messages I've sent you? And then I got on the right platform and was messaging him, and we hashed out that he made a mistake. And as could be expected, when you've got a flawless system in place and then Patreon makes you change it up, the guy works a full-time job, he makes a full-time YouTube content, he does a ton. He's probably got a family. I know he's got a family he's got to deal with. He's got all them dogs to take care of. And now he's got to spend every other moment of free time going through comments, keeping track of who is guessed the closest, firstest, and then deal with 2 Carls guessing exactly a week apart. I feel for the guy. And he says, what do you want to do to make it right? And I basically told him, I said, just send me that nugget, we'll call it even. And no, I didn't say that. I think my exact comment to him was, whatever, man, I don't care. I just wanted to know that what had happened, because if I miss something in the roll, I want to get it right next time. And I mean, I don't care if I win this or if I win a cleanup sluice. If it doesn't matter if I win by an inch or by a mile, I won, right? So that's the cool part for me, and it's just an added bonus of being one of his supporters. What a lot of you guys don't know is the first time I met Jason, the first time I reached out to him, I didn't know he was so easy to get a hold of. I've been watching him for 4 years, and I finally had some questions. I was really wanting to get serious about looking for gold, had more free time. And he said, well, if you join my Patreon, we've got an outing coming up, come see us. And I did just that. I joined. 3 weeks later, I'm in the camps with him, and we were at Nugget Lake. And he right away, he's just giving, here, have a bag of pay dirt. Here, have some stickers. Then I think, it wasn't the bean bags. I couldn't win nothing on the bean bags. He kept moving the box. There was a guy that found a picker, 0.09, maybe it was 0098 gram picker in the creek at Nugget Lake. And he was doing a guess the weight on that for a prize, and I volunteered to write down everybody's guesses just to help out. Plus I was writing all their names down, and it was a little exercise for me that helped me remember people's names as well, which I've forgotten most of you by now, but not totally. I do remember some of the names, but it was like, hey, what's your guess, what's your name? And it was helping me put names with faces. So but then I was going to guess 0.093 the year I graduated, 93. And the third to last guy guessed that. And I was like, well, that was going to be my guess. And so then I looked at what was available, and I went with 0.098. And for the year my son was born. And I got it dead on, and I won my bag of black poison PAYDIRT, which ended up producing that little nugget you see on my finger in the intro. In the meantime, he I reached out to him like, hey man, I can fold up a sluice. I don't have any matting. I don't know. And he's like, I've got a dream mat. It's yours. And then he said, free of charge, of course. I said, really? Never met the guy. Hadn't been there. Signed on for a $12 a month Patreon contribution. And 3 days later, he's telling me, I'll give you this $75 mat, which I still use. It's the one that, I don't use it as much. It's always in my backpack. But if I'm going out for production, I bring my big 10-inch sluice, which is actually my son's sluice. But when I'm just hiking, doing prospecting, that's the one I use. Or if I have friends come with me, I set them up with it. And I've had many, many people use it. It's been great enjoyment for everyone. And I just absolutely dig it. And when I opened that up at Nugget Lake, or not Nugget Lake, down there in North Carolina, I showed it off to a couple people. Oh, wow, you've got a dream mat. I was like, yeah. Doesn't everybody? Like, no, and not everybody doesn't have a dream mat. So people see that. People in the gold mining community are like, oh, that's awesome. We like your dream mat. Then I walked up to him with my wallet in my hand, with my hand in my wallet, with my money in my hand in my wallet. And I says, I'm going to need one of them hoodies. It's cold. We're going down to the creek. What size? He says. And this is big guy. I want a 2XL. I want room to grow. I want room to move. And he comes out, throws it to me. I says, what do I owe you? He says, take it. So, I mean, a hoodie's $50 anywhere you go. So, here we are. First time I've ever met the dude. He's already given me over $120 worth of stuff, plus the pay dirt. So like I said, you're never going to meet a more generous guy. A couple weeks later, we're in the creek together. Randomly, I went back to Nugget Lake with my wife for the day. He happened to be there shooting some content. That's when Donna found that neat little specimen with the flake stuck to it. He took me aside that day because I didn't know how to pan. And he just sat there with me for 5-10 minutes, showing me, like he shows everybody in their videos, but showing me how to read the creek, showing me this and that. Goes and digs up a little spot, brings it over, taps it out. And like, I still hear those words when I'm tapping my pan around. I hear Jason say, oh no, you want to do this, you want to do that. How to get it loosened up. Your fingers should touch the bottom nice and easy when it's all stratified. And knock a little off, tap it back, knock a little off. I hear his voice all the time when I'm panning. So he's been just a great help. And I've said this every chance I get. I'm sending my praises. He's got another Patreon outing coming up middle of next month. I bought my campsite 2 months ago for that. Can't wait to meet everybody in the creek again. So after, let's get back on track here. After the mistake was made, I was just like, man, I'm whatever, you know. Send me something, don't send me something, I don't care. The next thing I know, he's like, I made a special bag for you. Here's your tracking number. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So here, guys, here it is. And I won't lie to you. I opened this when it came in. I didn't open this. I knew what was in this. I didn't know what else was in it. But I did open this from the bottom when it came here. So I'm not going to try to act, oh, look, he sent me a cool blue bowl. He sent me a cool blue bowl, guys. I wish he would have sent me this a while back when I was trying to guess the garnets, because I believe this is the bowl that had the garnets in it. And I don't know if it's him doing the 3D printing or if he's got a buddy. But this is Flower Gold Wizards 3D printed little mini gold pan. And the little mini Flower Gold Wizards scoop, which I don't know if you guys know this or not. When I was giving gold spoons away, I gave him a gold spoon, and he used that in one of his videos. So, and then he sent me another home team sticker and a Patreon oops. And that's all it's going to chalk up to. I could have handled this so many different ways. I could have cried about it. I could have made him send me whatever the other guy got. I mean, I couldn't have made him do anything. I could have asked, but the first thing I said was, what would I want to do? How would I want somebody to handle this if this was me making the mistake on my channel and I had to rectify it? And then again, all I could think was, what more can I need? Look at all this. Look at all this that I got for nothing. For guessing how much something weighed. It didn't matter. And even if I had been right in there, put up as the winner at Tier 3, I still might have won the last place prize, which was only a little bit better than the bonus prize. So, what more could I expect? I told him, it's up to you, man. You've already been so great to me. I know I'm going to get more stuff at the next Patreon outing because everybody that shows up leaves with something. So, how much more can you ask the guy that just constantly is giving? How much more can you ask him to give? He said, I made a special bag for you. And this is it. The Patreon Oops bag. I have no idea what's in it other than, guys, I have squeezed it quite a bit. Because I was really hoping maybe he threw that 4-gram nugget in there. But there's a rock right here in the center. I don't know if it's a big rock. I've tried shaking it to get a look at it. I know some of these guys, they shake their gold. Oh, you can see all the gold. I don't see any gold. Maybe one little reflective piece right there. But I am going to pan this out probably live. So this is what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to do a live show where I pan this out, and I think that's going to be the same show that I do my duck races on. So, and why don't we just make it official? I don't exactly know when I'm going to do the duck races. I'm going to kind of look at the YouTube schedule because I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I don't want to be trying to run a live at the same time some of these other guys are running a live, because you can only be in one live at a time. And I don't have the pull to pull people from someone else's live, and I don't want to do that. There's enough room on there for everybody. So if I have to pick a time slot that doesn't conflict with somebody else, I will. And that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to pan this out live. I'm going to make it a call-in show. So if you guys want to join me, I'll post that StreamYard link so we can get a bunch of other people. We can have a panning party. We can sip cocktails. We can do whatever it is you want to do within the community guidelines on my live. And I'll sort through this and we'll figure out which one of these bags I'm going to give away and whatever else I'm going to give away with it. I'm going to try to do 3 different prizes. So if you buy a duck, you'll have 3 chances to win. And then if for whatever reason we have an overwhelming response, then I will definitely be adding some stuff on the fly. And we'll run 4 or 5 races, because that's what a lot of these channels do. They give out three prizes, and if they get over a certain number of ducks sold or a certain dollar value sold, I don't exactly know how they calculate it, but they're like, no, can't. I got to give more away, and that works out. You think you're getting 5 races or 3 races, and you get 5. So stay tuned. I will be making some posts about that. I'll even pop in on this video and leave a comment. So if you guys watch this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And I'm going to turn this little mistake into a great opportunity for me. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but this month's Patreon guest, the guest is, he had a bowl, I believe it was one of these, with a certain amount of garnets in the bottom, and you had to guess. So I grabbed a bowl, and I grabbed my garnets, and I dumped them out, started counting my garnets. And I used that to try to make the best educated guess on getting as close as I can to Jason's. One of my guesses was exactly how many garnets I ended up with. And then I think I went down from there. Because I think Jason's garnets were bigger, and I also thought that his bowl was smaller. So that made my guess go lower from what I actually had. So thank you guys for watching. I'm still trying to get to 500 subscribers, so if you're a new person watching this video, please leave a comment, like, subscribe. If you think you're already subscribed, double check, because man, I'm always getting unsubscribed from channels. The suggestions I've been given is to interact a little more, leave some more comments. It helps lock you in. But yeah, I've had so many channels I've been subscribed to, and then all of a sudden I'm not subscribed anymore. And I go back in and I resubscribe, and I find a couple videos to comment on, and I click the like, I add some comments, and just trying to get whatever YouTube algorithm that is kicking off subscribers randomly, try to keep it back. I'm in the 320s now, trying to get to 500, and at 500, then I'm just going to let it grow organically. It's just, that's a milestone I've been hoping to get to. I never thought I'd get as far as I ever did. And we'll be doing a big giveaway when I do hit 500. So get the word out. Until then, be looking for the link for my live. Get your duck racing money ready. It'll be a Cash App or PayPal, however your pleasure. We'll go over all the rules for you guys that haven't been involved in duck races during that live stream. And it's going to be sometime in the very near future. It won't be tonight, but it could be tomorrow. It could be Sunday. It could be Saturday. I got to get all my ducks in a row, literally, and figure out what's going to work out. And we will go from there. Until then, full pans, even if they're tiny. Jason, I can't thank you enough, over and over and over and over and over. I can't thank you enough, sir. You are truly one of the best that's ever done it. And I'm so happy to be one of the Flower Gold Wizards Patreon members, the Wizard team, I guess I've heard us referred to. And I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Hi.
What else do you want?
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe. That's right, buddy.